Pascal, considering the way the other 3 games went, the previous 3 games, how important was just the way you guys played this game? I know you wanted to win this one, but just the way that you came in. And
they showed up. They showed up today. We've played with pace, but most importantly, we talked about adversity this morning. We faced adversity the proper way, and we tried to make the right plays. We tried to play the proper way, the right way, for 3 periods. And that's something we stressed, we talked about this morning, and the guys responded really well.
I know that we obviously every time there's another loss, we talk about the streak and all that stuff, but a huge part of that is Malkin and Crosby. I mean, they are able to kind of assert themselves and control games. Are you surprised at all that those 2 guys can still do that as they get up there in their careers?
Well, I don't know Malkin. I know the stats. I know him as a player, but I don't know him as a person. I know Sidney Crosby, and I know how he trains in the summer, and his ability to push himself, to be uncomfortable, and that's how he gets better. And he's got a guy, he's mentoring a guy that not bad too in McKinnon, and those guys train together, and you see it in games. Like, those guys are just elite, and there's a reason for it. It's not only pure talent. There's a lot of guys with pure talent, but those guys have found a way to push themselves, and you've seen the results with their careers.
With Tarasov, the more we see him in these games where he faces a ton of shots, he's really keeping you in a lot of these games. Yeah. How important are these? I mean, there's only 9 games left in the season, but the last games for him, how important is it for him to kind of go into that offseason?
Yeah, no, he's been playing good for us for a while, and I think he's finding some momentum to his game, and he was again really solid for us tonight. So that's really important for us. For him to build that confidence, and for us to know what he's all about.
Did you like Voronkov on that top line tonight?
I really liked him. I thought that was a good addition, good adjustment, good on the wall, was going to the net. I thought it was solid.
5-on-5 tonight, you happy with the way you guys played? I mean, other than those penalties, right?
Yeah, I am. I really thought we played a good game. System-wise, running our routes, puck management. Obviously, it's a game of mistakes, like we say all the time, but overall, where we're at the end of this road trip, the challenge, I challenged them this morning, and the way they responded, was a good game.
We asked about Voronkov on the top line. Do you think just the changes you made in general, the tweaks there, kind of balance things out? Because you were able to go to that second line quite a bit as well.
Yeah, well, we know we liked the Sillinger, Texier, and Marchenko's line in the past. But with Nylander being out, we tried a few things, and Voronkov being able to play center or wing, that gives us some options. And I wanted to see him with Johnny, how he can handle that kind of and playing against top lines. He's played against top line and top defensemen, so I thought he played really well.
Is there something? I mean, you've seen it maybe a little bit this year with Texier and Sillinger. Like, there's some chemistry there between the 2 of them.
Yeah, there is, and I think it's a good mix of speed, offensive skills, good reads by Silly. So that's they. I think they're helping each other really well, play the right way. So it's a good line for us.
Terry, how much do you enjoy these types of challenges, knowing who's on the other side of the ice, and how do you feel like you responded to those challenges tonight?
I think the whole team responded pretty well tonight. Yeah, we're really good, I think. We didn't get any struggles like we got before in the last three games in the second period. I think we played pretty strong first and the second whole game. I mean, it was kind of couple bounces in the second and a PK because probably we'll lose some structure, I think, maybe, and it was couple like the scrambles there, and they like use it this moment. So yeah.
On Malkin's second goal, it looked like you and Goodbranson might have gotten tangled up a little bit. Did that kind of throw you off just a little bit?
Just kind of. It was huge block shot from Goody. It was kind of like the scramble in front of me, and I just lose the puck from the vision, and was like kind of pretty quick and good play from Malkin. So yeah, he was found the small hole under me and like beat at me. So yeah.
You talked about how tough that Vegas game was for you. After you come out of a game like that and play here, how does that experience that you had there help you in a game like this?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It was a big game. I mean, was a lot of work last game when I played, and like this game was not that hard. I mean, they didn't skate a lot in our zone because I think we played really well tonight. Like we denied a lot of plays from Penguins, and I think we like created a lot of more like the chances, especially like in the second and the third, and where I tried to score like the third one. It was kind of tough. We gave up pretty quick goal in the third period, but we just keep battling, I think, till the end, and we got like some chances by the end.
Did you have a good look at that third one that they scored early?
Yeah, it was pretty quick play from the Crosby to this guy who scored. It was pretty like the short-handed shot. I need to be more like ready and more like focused, especially like in the early period.
Is facing Malkin still, is that a big deal for you
I mean,
at this point?
actually, I don't look like for opponent who is playing there. I'm just the guys, and you don't really think in like who is make like plays against you, like and shot like or like beat at you. It was kind of like just a good player. I mean, like a good player, and that's it.
The way that Malkin and Crosby are able to just kind of take over games at certain times, is there anything that you guys as a young team can try and learn from that, or is that just purely just them having that much skill and taking over?
I mean, they're 100% like really skilled guys, and they can change the game. Like we saw in the second period, they like started like buzzing and like skinning around, the couple of guys on the blue line as well. So yeah, I mean it's good for a young group, especially like you can see like how the guys can like create it and like be like the really game changer, for your team.
How big has it been for you to stay healthy and just be able to keep having these outings where you play pretty well each time, even when you're, there's a lot of shots coming at you?
Yeah, just like you said, like the main thing is stay healthy, and when you don't miss it, I mean, they practice it in the games and help it you a lot. Like you're staying in the same lane and just keep clumping, like keep working, like on your like the some plays. I mean, yeah, it's really important. Like kind of like changed my like preparation to the season. I mean, like during the season, during the game, and like before the game, it's really helping me a lot. And yeah.
Well, just talk about the effort tonight, especially as compared with some of the last two nights. I know you guys weren't happy with it. Was it a better effort for you tonight?
I mean, I thought we were okay. I mean, for a tail end of the road trip, coming in this building with guys in another team, I mean, playing guys like Crosby, there's for sure not a lack of energy when you see a guy like that on the other side of the ice. And I mean, yeah, we haven't won in this barn in however many years, and we had a good opportunity tonight. And I mean, fortunately, we didn't get the job done, and yeah, it's frustrating. But when you talk about effort, I mean, the effort should be there every night. I mean, it's the NHL. It's not. I mean, it's cliche to say. I mean, sometimes you don't have your legs and whatnot, but as far as effort, that shouldn't even be a question.
You mentioned the drought in this building. How much of a source of motivation was that for you guys before the game?
Yeah, obviously, 3 years of my time and a long time for other guys. And no, we had new faces here that are playing their first game in this barn. So obviously it would have been nice to change that story. But yeah, I mean, on to the next one. We got them on Saturday, and a chance to get them in our barn.
A big part of that streak is 87 and 71, basically, over there on the other side. You're a guy who literally grew up watching them in their prime. Are you at all surprised that they're still, as dangerous as they are now, as they're entering their upper 30s?
Not surprised at all. I mean, they do it all right. They lead their team. They set the culture of their team and the standard. And not surprised that they've been a winning team. And I mean, they're dealing with some stuff right now. But I mean, yeah, you give those guys time and space. They're going to make you pay, and they're consistent. They play in all situations, and they want to play in all situations. I think that's obviously, as a young guy, that's why you want to watch those type of guys growing up. And yeah, anytime you play guys like that, it's pretty cool.
You only have 9 left. You guys have dealt with adversity all year long. Arguably, this is maybe the biggest that you've dealt with so many guys out right now. Just how daunting is it? Is it a daunting challenge over the last 9 to try and turn this thing around?
Yeah, I mean, it is, like you said, it's an opportunity. I mean, it shouldn't. Again, it's the NHL. We have 9 games left, and it shouldn't be daunting on anyone. We got new faces in that are excited, and yeah, it's adversity, but it's where you grow. It's where you kind of figure out who you are in times like this. It's so easy to, hang your head high and do whatever you want when things are going well and things are going well as your team. But with these last 9 here, it's about pulling the rope up and trying to make a stride and finish on a good note and head into the summer. So yeah, that's our team's focus.
I'm sure that's very disappointing as always, but how important was it for you guys to be close in this game, to stay in this game after the way the first 3 went, or the last 3, I should say, on this trip?
Yeah, it's been a tough road trip, that's for sure. We wanted to end it on a good note. Thought we competed. They came at us hard in the second after we opened the scoring. Tarasov did an unbelievable job standing tall, and it's disappointing. We really wanted to get a win here, but it just didn't go our way.
How tough is this stretch that you guys have to go through right now? I mean, I know you don't want to use excuses. Nobody wants to use excuses, but there's 8 guys out right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wouldn't say excuses, more adversity. Right now, we're definitely dealing with it. I think as a group, we addressed it this morning that everyone goes through it. It's how you handle it. We didn't get the result tonight. Going to have to watch the tape to dissect that one, but it's unfortunate. I thought our goalie played really well. Thought overall our game was decent enough to give us a chance, and couldn't get it done.
There's always every year now it seems like there's talk that Crosby and Malkin are getting older and whatnot. How difficult is it really to defend those guys? I mean, it seems like every time there's a goal, one of those guys is doing something still.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to say anything bad against those guys. The one thing I will say is they come up big when it's time. They've done it their whole career, but it doesn't change the fact that we want to beat these guys, especially in this building. We haven't done it in forever. So good thing is next game is against them at home, I believe, and gives us a chance to get right back at them.
Was the difference in this game tonight the penalties in your mind? Took 5 of them, led to 2 power play goals.
Yeah, that's definitely a big point. They scored 2. Good teams get lucky, and lucky teams are good. So that's they scored 2 on the power play, and that was the difference. Our PK, for some reason, not for a lack of try, but just didn't get it done tonight.
Were you sweating the review on yours?
No, I know it was tight, but whatever happened, right? The old saying, stay in the moment. So I was hoping it went our way, prepped for the worst, and hopefully happy we got it. So got us going a little bit.